Hey, what are we doing?
You tell me.
We're doing What You Watchin'. And you know what we're going to talk about today? Alone. Alone. All right.
Once again, we have found a show
Yes.
that, look at that boat going by. Hello.
Hey, who's the one here with the ADD?
Once again, we found a show that a couple people had told us about. My
Right.
dad told us about it.
Who did? Your
My
dad?
dad, a long time ago. The good friends who live down the street told us about it.
They did.
And it's a reality show. So we
Right.
don't really, the only other reality show that we've reviewed is The Housewives.
It kind of equates to driving by a traffic accident and you know you got to look.
Exactly.
Anyway, tell us what we're going to talk about today on Alone.
Okay, so we found the show.
Yep.
We didn't find it because it's 9 seasons. But
If you want to be completely up to date and get the most up to date information about television and film, you know where to come.
the empty nesters are on the cutting edge.
Yeah.
We're so cool, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool.
There are 9 seasons
I
in.
think that anytime you find a show, you got to share it.
Right.
So we're sharing this show because it's called Alone. It's on Netflix. Is it on Netflix?
No.
What's it on?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu.
I think
Yeah.
originally it was on History. I don't know.
Oh, it's on the History Channel.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's on the History Channel, but we're watching it on Hulu.
Anyway, you tell us what it's about.
So, kind of interesting. It's a survival show, somewhat like Survivor. So, what they do is they whittle everything down each season to 10 people that are survival experts. Season 1, they take them into the Canadian mountains, which are raining all the time. It's like the worst possible place that you could think of that you would be plopped down. The last person that doesn't tap out
Yes.
gets $500,000. I mean, it's life-changing money.
But then they have to pay taxes, so it's $250. Dream squelcher.
So,
But
as
here's what I learned. There's a list of 50 things,
Right.
and they get to choose 10 out of the 50.
Oh, I thought they could just pick any 10.
No, they have to choose.
Wow. Okay. That's why it's good that you do a lot more research.
I did a lot of research
You do.
on this one because I loved the show and it intrigued me, and I wanted to find out more about it.
And the part that's fascinating to me and to Stephanie and people that we've talked to that have watched it is what people do to try and make fire, build a place to live. One guy was trying to build a cabin. One guy built a boat out
Same
of
guy that built the cabin built the boat.
yeah, he's pretty handy. But the thing that was interesting to me was you see a lot of different ways to get to success. And these guys are, because they're in a different location, in a different area, that comes into play in a big way. So they may be in a swamp area. And if you're in a swamp area, you can't do the same things if you're in more of a mountainous area. So,
I'm thinking. So the very first episode, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure people are going to comment and go,
Oh my God, you guys, we're on
Yeah.
season 9.
9
We're just now
seasons.
figuring it.
but you know what? That's on you because you didn't tell us to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
This is your fault.
So what I thought was really interesting is the very first episode is in Vancouver, and then we reviewed a movie where this young girl has a plane crash in Vancouver and she walks out.
Do you remember the name of the movie?
No, do you? I don't remember it either, but we liked it. We'll pull it up.
We'll pull it up.
But if you saw that movie and then you saw this show, you realize there's no way.
No, there's no. She lasted and did all these things, and we're like,
Wow, that's pretty handy that she did that.
okay, some of these guys are survivalists that have been doing this their whole lives, and special forces and all these like gnarly
Her whole life is about
surviving in the wilderness. And then there's this girl who's an attorney that ends up in a plane crash, and she's there for like 3 months. It's like, no.
But that's the difference between fiction and reality.
Some of these guys were tapping out. The first guy tapped out in 2 days, right? Wasn't it?
The first day.
Oh, was it? No.
Well, so that's the thing is they drop everybody off, and then they have to make camp. They have the ability to explore, but they're given a a limit to where they can go. And
Right,
I think
because
they
they don't-
do that so they don't run into each other.
Right, because they're several miles from each other, but still,
Yeah.
if they walked, they could probably run in.
Yeah, and it was really bothering me because I'm all about justice that this one guy gets stuck and he's right outside a bear den. Then there's this other guy that's on a beach in a cove and he's getting fresh mussels. One thing I did in my research is that everybody that they drop off, they make sure that all the sites have access to fresh water and access to food.
Really?
It's somewhere in their parameter. But I also was like,
Why does one guy get a better area than the other?
they draw names.
I had a feeling.
This is like you are alone, and like if you see a guy walking across a stream, he's put his camera there, he walks across the stream, and then he has to walk back across the stream to get the camera.
I feel his pain. When we do our vlogs for Empty Nesters
Slater
Unite,
feels the pain.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Stephanie does that too. She'll set down the camera and then 3 days later she'll come back.
and it's not there.
It's the time lapse.
Yeah, time lapse.
But they go to a boot camp. And so, like, one of the things that really bothered me in the very first episode, they go to commercial and then they come back and they say the same
Oh,
thing.
God, they
And
do the
then they
recap.
narrow in and then they say, well, from the very first episode, they have 10 remaining. And I'm like, if there's only 10 participants, how can 10 be remaining? Well, it's because 20 go to boot camp.
Oh,
And out of the boot camp, they choose 10.
okay. That's
and
fair.
those are the 10 remaining. Anyway, so I realized we're only like 8 episodes in the first season because we're so excited about the show. The first season, they only have men. Then they introduce women. And now they have an episode where there's couples. So you're not alone.
Right.
You're together.
Uh-huh.
So they changed that episode to together.
Did they? No. Come on.
So I kind of feel like we're late to the party on this show.
But
We're at the party.
but here's the thing. If you're like us and you didn't know about it, you're the first to the party.
We like the show.
We liked it. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do our NASA-approved SpaceX rating system
Okay.
with Lazy Boys.
Okay.
And I am going to give it a 3.5.
Really?
Yep.
Why only a 3.5?
Because I haven't seen all nine seasons of it.
I'm giving it a 4.5.
Wow.
I think it's intriguing. And that's what I looked up. Has anyone ever died? They don't let you die. I give it a 4.5 because
4.5?
they don't let you die.
All right. I give it a 3.5. I will revise that when I've seen all 9 seasons.
You know what's going to happen? I'm going to go to the garden at the Four Seasons and I'm going to try to survive.
Ma'am, you can't have a tent in this area. This is for yoga.
Day one, I'm in the interior of the vast Pennsylvania wilderness. It's hot today.
All right.
Thank you for watching. Please comment. Please subscribe. It's very important. Please have one person that you're going to forward this to and share it with. As soon as we can get to 100,000, we're getting tattoos. So, you know, 100,000.
I thought you said 400,000.
No, no.
That's a
When we get 100,000, we're getting tattoos.
100,000 we get a tattoo and Slater will dress
give it
up
to
like
us.
a Chippendales dancer.
Slater will give us the tattoo. That should be interesting. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And we will see you next week.
It's off.
It's up.
No, I gotta press. You know that it's not a clap on.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm trying to
Clap
tell you.
on.